Did you notice also there in verse 11, not only was this so, but whenever the unclean spirits saw Jesus, they fell down before him and they cried out, "You are the Son of God." These demons were in a panic. They knew the walls of sovereignty were moving in on them. Now, I've been trying to, in my study this week, get a picture in my mind what it must have been like for a person who was demon-possessed to be in that situation with this large mob, with the Son of God there, the disciples, with the whole picture going on. And in that time, as you approach, you can see this Jesus. The demons that live within you start to manifest. Now, as any of you know, have had any experience of demon-possessed people, demons do not manifest in the person they possess 7 days, 24/7. They pick their times. Most of the time, they prefer to stay hidden, working secretly within the life, and even masquerading as angels of light. And we see that in today's world and church environment mostly. Demons masquerading as angels of light. However, on this occasion, as they approach and they see the Son of God, who do you think the demons are seeing? You see, the person possessed sees a man, Jesus the carpenter. He is the Son of God. The demons see their Creator. They see Yahweh. They see the Shekinah glory. They see the God who is in the throne room of heaven, now in human flesh. How do we know that? John 1:13 reads, "Through him, through Jesus, all things were made," including demons. All things were made by him. Without him, nothing was made that was made. All the angelic hosts, including all the demons, before they rebelled with Lucifer in heaven, they were there in heaven worshipping Jesus Christ, their Creator. And now, having been expelled from heaven, now thinking that they are doing what they want by possessing non-believing people on planet Earth, they now find heaven has turned up on earth. Sovereignty has moved into their earthly domain, into their neighbourhood. And they are in a panic, make no mistake. Mark plays this down as Mark does so well. These demons were freaked out to the max. How do we know that? Because what is their default action in response to being in the physical presence of the Son of God? They cry out, "You are the Son of God." And what's the purpose of Mark's whole gospel account? We learned from Mark chapter 1 to proclaim Jesus is the Son of God. What was this message the Father spoke from heaven at the baptism of Jesus? "Behold my Son, the Son of God, in whom I am well pleased." So now we have the testimony of Mark, the testimony of the disciples, we have the testimony of heaven, and now we have the testimony of demons. Jesus is the Son of God. This is no longer negotiable. This is no longer up for public opinion. The word is out. The truth has been exposed. Jesus is the Son of God. He is the authoritative one, the sovereign one, who rules in dominion over all demonic hosts, over all physical and mental illness, over everything. He is King of Kings, sovereign. And with that, I feel the urge to close in prayer and go home. That's the message of Mark chapter 3. Just repeat it over and over. But we're going to stretch it a bit further because I see my time's running out, so we better keep going. Mark chapter 3 verse 11 says the demons, they cry out, "You're the Son of God." Isn't that just what James says in chapter 2 verse 19? The demons believe and they shudder. Luke 8, verse 26 to 33 tells the account of the demon-possessed man who lived in the graveyard, remember? And verse 28 reads that when he, the demon-possessed man, saw Jesus, he cried out and fell down before him and said with a loud voice, "What have you to do with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God?" There's another demonic proclamation of the identity of Jesus. And the demon says, "I beg you, do not torment me." Now, why is that important? Because the demon was verbally acknowledging that Jesus is the only one who has the power and the authority to torment them. Preachers don't have that power. Pastors, elders, no human being other than Jesus has that power. Later we're going to see that Jesus gave the power to the apostles only to cast out demons, but not to torment them. So what does he mean by torment them? Let's read on, verse 28. Yes, Jesus then asked them, "What is your name?" And he said, "Legion," for many demons had entered him. And they, the demons, begged Jesus not to command them to depart to the abyss. Isn't that funny? It's not funny, it's peculiar. Because the demons are acknowledging here that Jesus has the power not only to torment them, but to torment them by taking them out of that human being and sending them back to the natural abode, which is Hades or hell, to the abyss. Now, verse 32 tells us in Luke 8, there was a large herd of pigs, and they were feeding there on the hillside, and the demons begged Jesus to let them enter into the pigs. So Jesus gave them permission. The demons were incapable of leaving the possessed man in Jesus' presence without the authoritative permission of sovereign Jesus. That's important because of what's about to happen. They were powerless in Jesus' presence. Verse 33, then the demons came out of the man and entered the pigs, and the herd rushed down into the sea, into the bank of the lake, and drowned. Now at this point I'm going to make an assumption. When the pigs drowned, they would decompose and the demons would be released from the pigs. The demons had not been sent back to hell. They had not been assigned to torment. They were now, and I use the word cautiously, they were now free to go and find new homes. That was authorized by Jesus' sovereignty on that occasion. A unique occasion. Now, Jesus never gave any of that power to the disciples. As we're going to read later, the disciples were only given the power to cast out demons. But Jesus had the power to forcibly remove demons and send them to the pit of hell. And they did not want that. No surprise there, is it? Okay, what do we learn from this? Jesus has authority over demons. His authority is unchanged today. The mechanism of how his authority works out is different today to back then, but his authority remains and stands. So we may think it's strange, as I did when I read there in Mark chapter 3 in verse 12, that Jesus strictly ordered the demons not to make it known. It seems peculiar, doesn't it? You see, I would have thought, me being me, the demons have been sent away and they would possibly go and indwell other people and the word would spread that they had been exorcised and cast out by Jesus. And Jesus said, no, you don't talk on this. You remain silent on this. Why is that? Well, it's actually quite simple, really. And while it's true that the demon's statement about Jesus, that he is the Son of God, that is truthful, it is accurate, if you want to use it, it's theologically correct. But Jesus did not want demons being his advertisement. And rightly so. Jesus wanted the people who had been released to be the advertisement, not the demons. Jesus doesn't need demonic advocates. He doesn't want demonic advocates. Jesus is the enemy of demons. Jesus is the sovereign, and the day is coming. As we read in Revelation, the last couple of chapters of Revelation, when Jesus is going to round up all those demons, including these ones, and he will take them and lock them away in hell permanently forever and ever.